Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to Daybreak Africa, coming to you from our studio right here in Ondo City. I am Angela Daku.
Top of the morning to you guys, and welcome once again to Daybreak Africa. My name still remains Joshua Adeji, and yes, this is Daybreak Africa from our studio here in one of the most beautiful states in Nigeria, in the actual sense, of the state called Ondo State, the sunshine state
of the nation.
Though it's raining right now, so
rainy state of the nation. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Actually, I think I'm getting tired of the whole thing because now it's getting to me. I think.
Why would you let it?
No, it's the flu. You know what comes with people that have AHA and all those kind of things. Definitely. You know, then once the weather is like that, you just begin to sneeze, you begin to understand that kind of thing and all that. So it's just the way it is. But
well, it's always my favorite weather in the year.
Yeah.
I know that it gets to people. It gets to me too. But I just like the fact that I can have a lot of clothes on. I can have a lot of thick clothes on.
Yeah,
and cover up as much as I want.
But the thing is that you can't get to wash those clothes easily because at the end of the day, the weather will.
Let's not go there.
Usually, you dry clothes.
Exactly.
Out there. You know that. Okay, fine. Harmattan season especially. Once you dry it, within few hours, it's gone.
In this period, I wash clothes. I am ready to pack in the next 5 days because I have to dry them in a place where the sun cannot really penetrate, but there's air. There's air there, but the sun cannot really get to it. So I'm ready to pack in the next 5 days because I don't want it to smell in my.
But one good part is you can easily cover with the sweaters and all those kind of things. I think sweaters are very underrated in their actual sense, and not just Ondo, Lagos everywhere. The rain is just there and all that and cool.
Well, it's a happy Friday.
Yeah, it's an happy Friday actually. I think I should be going for a wedding this weekend too as well, just to play, enjoy myself.
People that used to go to Wambe.
No, we love Wambe. Wambe is one of the best things. You have repented. What are you? I don't repent from Wambe. Till I'm 100, I will be going to Wambes. No, now, firewood jollof is very something you must not miss. That's
what food would do to a man. Anyways, I love today's discussion. It's more like a continuation from where we stopped yesterday on a different dimension this time. I think we're going to be picking like a particular aspect of what actually impacts relationships
and
on
lifestyle.
The negative aspect. Talking about relationship, social pressure, and then the part of social media in the relationship.
Impacts on relationships, lifestyles.
Exactly. So I have discovered that whether we like it or not, social media has come to stay.
Yeah.
In as much as it is painted to be this, some people see it as danger, threat.
I see it as danger.
And something that might actually eat us up and even the next generation to come. But I think that it is a tool that when we are able to find the proper way of managing
and adjusting to it,
I'm telling you, would actually be a great beneficial, source to us.
Yeah, that's why I think as well that social media is very useful. I think to a very large extent. Recently, I got to know more of history through the social media, but then it's hard getting to those parts of social media because the fulcrum of what you see on the space is just.
I mean, when you open it, what comes? The
first
thing you're seeing is gist.
I'm telling you, the social media space you're going to. That's TikTok for you. The next thing you're going to Twitter. That guy, Papa. Okay.
What happened again? What's going on? And then
Facebook just bring you eyes, tweets,
everything mixed together.
You now begin to know how to just scribble out things. Okay, this one is okay. This one is not okay. But then it's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, the effect it has on multiple relationships and the lifestyle of people is heavy. We saw it with television, and that television had its own parts. But with social media,
it's on a different level.
A different level.
Well, we'll be going to be discussing about this particular topic. That will be after the entertainment news discussed for today. So to enjoy that, we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to the show. Just join us to Daybreak Africa. Now it's time to go straight into our discussions for today. Today we'll be looking at a topic that it's very interesting. It's one of the things that social media has caused us to go back and sit down and check through research to know and find means to address such issues. And it has to do with societal pressure. societal pressure, especially from the social media, and how it has affected relationships and the lifestyles of people in this particular time, especially celebrities and a lot of people that are actually in the social media space as well. Looking at this, will be trying to figure out why is it that a bit of societal pressure really affects and looks to, you know, influence how people see life, how people act, how people, you know, hold on to their relationships, and the kind of lifestyle people are living today. A lot of things is going to come up today on Daybreak Africa, but then I'm very sure it's going to be very interesting as we continue to converse. And to converse with us today is an in-house analyst, is a social commentator, someone I love to, you know, discuss with. I don't know, there are a lot of accolades to this particular personality, and I know many of you out there love him as well, in the person of Fubara, Dede. Welcome to the show, Dede.
Thank you. Good
Thank
morning.
you for joining us.
Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's nice having you in the actual sense, and as usual. Looking at you already shows that today is going to be very...
My free time allows us to.
Yeah, even if time doesn't even give us all the whole space, we know definitely well that at a time we'll be able to address things that are very vital and cool. So let's start with the issue of societal pressure. Yeah. Now, if they asked you, like, okay, what societal pressure actually means in context of your own perception, how do you interpret societal pressure to a particular human being?
Okay, thank you very much. Just in a nutshell, in a layman, societal pressure is a way of a conformity of different sets of people in the media space that shapes how one thinks or how one sees life. Very simple. That's exactly how it is. Societal pressure. So people are differently. I think we, as a human being, human is a social being. We are all social beings. Every human is a social being. So definitely some of the things that we perceive, that's how a parent is going to train a child in the way of the Lord. You're going to society, devil will train the child in the way of it will retrain the person. Social engineering. So everything that you are doing, everything is going. So that's exactly what societal pressure is. Like you have a standard on your own. Now there's God's standard and there's human standard. There's even God's standard and there's demon standards. And there is God's standard and there's societal standards. And now there is God's societal standards and there's demon societal standards. So these are
depending
everything.
On the system that
yes, depending on the system. Yes, depending on the system. Now, we have some societal pressures that are good. Like chase the Lord, love the Lord with all your heart. It's a biblical societal pressure and it's good. It chases you to want to go to the kingdom of the Almighty God every day, chasing on Him, reading your Bible and everything. And now we now have the bad societal pressures. And now, but just to answer that question, before we move further on with the questions, societal pressure is just like a conformity from different set of people pressuring you on to do something you are not supposed to do, or to actually make yourself like some goals on some action plans that you have, to abolish that and actually listening to the voice of different people in the society without even having your own voice to chase exactly what you want. So that's exactly what, in a nutshell, that's exactly what societal pressure is.
But then one of the things I looked at, I think from your explanation majorly, has to do with the place of the fact that what the society says. You talked about the bad pressure, you talked about the good pressure, you talked about the fact that sometimes society has its own kind of pressure and its own norms, its own systems that wants to educate you and make you do things. And again, like religion, they will tell you that God has his standards, the devil has his own standards too as well. And society, sometimes we all know that society, even the system of society picks from religion too as well, because religion is always a part of society. Even our laws, many of the laws we have in our constitution has its roots in religion. There are multiple laws in Nigeria that has roots from the Sharia, it has roots from, let's say, the Christian laws, the laws of Moses and all those kind of things. And everything comes together, the Torah, the books and all that, everything comes together to form the laws we have today and the kind of norms we have in the society. But now, looking at it, I think we need to progress a bit from the place, because we are trying to scribble time too, so we know that time can be our friend. Then there is the social media. You know, being a tool, the major battleground of all, where the old pressure comes into play. Before, it used to be just from family, maybe the church, the government, but now we have the social media today, which really educates people in its own way, with lots of information flying. And this is the worst part of social media. Everything on social media is not edited. It comes plain.
Exactly.
So both the good, the bad, the ugly, everything is just on that space. Yes. And many of the current people in this generation, they attend to that to make some of their reactions. What's your comment on how social media really has escalated the influence societal pressure has on a human being?
Okay, in a human being first, before we get to relationship. Okay, so on a human being, Joshua, this is the main discourse. Thank you for us going to the main discourse. Now, as a human being, first of all, I will start from how the people even get so used to social media. And I will bring a little bit of a science here. You know, back then, I've forgotten the particular nation, on how blue screen on our phones, on how blue screen was brought about. They found out that this blue, that's why we have something like blue screen filter. Nowadays, for glasses, we all hear blue screen filter, but what exactly is blue screen? They found out that it was like, is a tech that hooks up to your brain, that hooks up to your eyes to make you, yes, the blue screen, it makes you to be always alert. Like it gives you, yes, fixated, it gives you like this dopamine level, and it's like an engineering to everybody's face that are so fixated on the blue screen. And it's not, and that was one of the major things that they actually brought it up. But I think it became so easy for tech giants, phone giants, to just adapt into it. Okay, this is exactly what is working. Actually, it makes people want to get so used to our phones and social media, everything uses these applications, these phones and everything to show their content. So if people are hooked up to their phone, everybody makes money. Everybody makes money. So now that's one of the things that so many people don't know. That's why sometimes the algorithm too. Now we'll talk about algorithm too. Yeah. Now you see so many people are so hooked. Some people 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they are scrolling. And now there's something on the rise now. It's called anti-intellectualism. It is very rise. It's let me just in a nutshell for people that are listening. Sometimes if you are reading a particular story, your brain automatically just glances through to the end to where there is full stop. Just like that, it does that,
and it doesn't really pick the details.
It doesn't really pick the details, except you are so fixated on reading a particular thing. So in as much as there is blue screen tech, but still the words are different. Words are different from, like, writings are different from both photos and videos. So all these things, now photos and videos are more hooked, like you get more hooked to it. That's why I see some people, they are so easy, like so easy to scroll, so easy to move. And now entertainment knows how to use all those things fast. That's why if you see some edits, it's very fast, flashings, the sounds and everything, very, very fast to hook you. Children now are getting hooked. It's becoming like an addiction. That's why sometimes if you take a phone away from a child, you can see these withdrawal symptoms.
It's
called a withdrawal symptoms, and parents are thinking this is normal. Just give him the phone, make him keep quiet. No, it's not. It's just like a drug addict. When you take that drug away from them, there's this withdrawal symptoms as if you are taking their whole world. It's just like people that are so used to cigarettes, used to sex, so many things. When they get so used to all these things, if you try to take it away from them, there's this withdrawal symptom. So that blue screen gets them addicted. Now you can mention even some of these good materials, the cartoons and the rest, but they don't know that, some parents don't know that, oh, it's cartoon now, they are reading ABCD, it's actually a good thing, let them get used to it. But actually no, there's what we call a spirit into book, and that's called writing, that's called reading, taking away like the normal forms of book, that's called writing, and that's called reading. So now I'm trying to deviate, but I'm just trying to tell you how all these things are so hooked, so that people that are listening may look into it. TikTok now, the Twitter and the rest, everything is using like this scroll, very easy. Keep on scrolling, keep on movies, keep on scrolling, entertainment and everything. And so many people don't know that it's even affecting them. It's leading to procrastination, it's leading to so many things, it's leading to even sickness, but they don't even know. Mentally deranged. Now there's what we call generational causes. Like generational causes, you know, the spiritual controls the physical. We all know that very well. Sorry, I'm going into spirituality a bit. I'll bring it to science, because you know I always do that. Science, spirituality and everything. But the spiritual controls the physical. Now the principalities and powers, they are even into the media space. Now everything that happens in the spiritual happens in the physical. If devil attacks you in the spiritual and gives you the spirit of fear, you inside in the physical, now our words have power. If you say you will never be scared, no matter the attack that they give to you, if you use your mouth, if you use your head to say I don't want it, you will never want it. You will never want it. And now this, you ask the question, how does this really affect
the human life?
The human life. So now these are everything that I've done. Number one, you are hooked. You are always hooked, this dopamine rush. So now our brain has, because I know some things into psychology, it's more like we give ourselves like a reward. That's what social media does. A reward. That's why you see so many people when they come back from work, when they do a very strenuous thing, all of a sudden there's a reward somewhere in our phones. You pick it up, by the time you are knowing you are scrolling. Now these people are hardworking, but sometimes some people don't necessarily don't go back home to say, what about today? What are the mistakes I made? They just know that there is something. There is a movie. There is a Twitter. There is football. There is TikTok. There is something I know that will give me this reward. So I will keep on. You see how I'm answering your question? How it's affecting them? How will keep on going over and over again? And now, so everybody keeps complaining, oh, that data is expensive, but there is always data. To do all these things, there's always data.
And we always try to buy your bag.
Yes, exactly. There's always data to always do all these things. So now, how does it really affect us? Number one, humans are social beings. We know that very well. The social beings. There are so many people. Sometimes we'll talk about the causes and the solutions and the rest. But how do people even really get there nowadays? People are so allergic to boredom nowadays. You have to be bored. Boredom brings out the best.
So you feel people should get to a point where they can be bored?
Yes, no. Now people are taking boredom to be like
depression.
Yes, something like that, or really having to do nothing. Now, when you get to that point, that's when you find a purpose in life. When you get to that point when there is really nothing, and then you sit down and think, that's when you get the full purpose of who you are. There are so many people that have, if you hear them talk, they have so many things that they want to do. So many business ideas, so many plans, but they cannot go ahead of it because there is a reward. How does it really affect people? Social media that they are just using, I don't really let me just use it to keep on doing what I want. And now, we get in social media, now I don't want to talk about the algorithm because this is a media space and I have to be very careful with some things I'm saying. I'm not an activist or something because they might come for me and in a way they might come for the station and something bad may happen. But there is a way that we can protect ourselves from some bad algorithms I call them agents of distractions. If you go online, there are so many things that are even trending nowadays. Some songs, some videos, so many funny things.
Challenge and all
some
that.
Challenges that are really now. Some bring out the creative aspect of some people. I'm not denying that fact. It brings out the creative aspect of some people. They get that very well. But there are so many people behind the screen that don't think that, wow, this is actually a creative thing. How can I do something like this? But they just be laughing away their life and so many things. And then it keeps you hooked. You want to go to the next. You want to see what goes on. Sometimes you might be on a screen now on TikTok or something. By the time the video finish playing, you've gone. I want to see the next thing. I want to see the next thing. So it affects the mind of a human being. I know it's both a human and relationship. But now we are focused, maybe the second aspect will focus on relationship. But now, as a human being, that's exactly how it affects us. Now, even we have so many fields when it comes to social media. We have the spiritual side, there is the spiritual TikTok or the spiritual side, we have the tech side, we have the health, we have business, we have careers, we have so many things. Now, in that same social media, do you know how the algorithm does this? Because so many people are so used to the bad side and they are so used to the negative aspect.
Negative energy, it attracts faster.
Now, the algorithm pushes that also to you. Just the few people that are in the TikTok and in the Twitter and the different places that actually get the good side of the algorithm pushes. It's just that. And now some people that's the bad algorithm pushers, the agents of distractions, they know how to spend very well to showcase their lifestyle, to showcase. We'll talk about relationship, but before this we see so many people how, like some of these our celebrities, they are not helping at all. A guy now that is suffering from low self-esteem and he does not know how to talk to a lady or something, and he goes online on social media and see some people singing about Yahoo, spraying money, drinking, and the girls are all around him. I'll be like, oh, so this is how to get these girls. How do you think he's going to try to
Definitely,
do it?
that's the first route he's going to take.
That's exactly how he's trying to do it. Now, we know some people that have come out in some podcasts that I can give my body for so amount of money. I can do this.
The new school education from...
Yes,
let's not call their name.
There are just gullible girls like that. There are gullible girls in the social media that just believe that, how can I really just get this money? Now, do you know what's even going to happen? Let's go to this new tax reform that's going
coming up by January.
Coming up by January. the Yahoo guys, the bad people, the people that everybody will have to pay tax. And now, someone that charges, let's say, you know, from 800,000 below is tax free. Now, some of these people that how to tell you how bad it's going to get when it comes next year, and how the social media is actually going to even influence more people. So people that are coming to the all these people that are into some unscrupulous activities, government will ask you, okay, you know you are doing any bad thing, you don't have a job, but how this money is taken into your account, and now they will tax you more for people that earn, like, that do so many bad activities that earn millions and above. Government will start taxing them, and then the more government tax them, the more they want to do bad to get more money.
And the more government might even want to know what.
Yes, and that's so many things are actually going to open. I just wanted to go there to show you how bad it's actually going to become, how it's going to even affect people even more. So you start seeing people like, now talk about the ladies, and now there are some people that are suffering from so many things in their body. To be honest, I'm into herb medicine, because if you say herbalist now, they will say this one is the Jew man.
Before we continue with that discussion, we have to go for a very short break, then we'll come back to continue. And this is where we're going off for Go Start, a segment on Daybreak Africa that enlightens you on different business ideas you can venture into. So do enjoy that, and we'll be right back for the second phase of the discussion. Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back. If you just joined us, it's still Daybreak Africa. I hope you enjoyed Go Start. I hope you learned something from Go Start, and I hope you're going to do something with what you learned from Go Start in the actual sense. But then it's time to return back to our discussions for today. We've been looking at societal pressure, and especially the social media and how it affects relationships and the lifestyles of people at this particular time. And we've been having a swell time with Fubara, Dede, who has been bringing us to perspective with many of the things that the social media especially does to people, especially how societal pressure to affect people to a very large extent. And we've talked extensively about how it affects the human life a bit. I remember yesterday on Daybreak Africa, we were looking at relationships and relationship of the modern era and all that, why it's breaking and all those kind of things. And to a very large extent too, I think with what you're talking about, definitely we can also discover that societal pressure, because I remember Josh was saying something yesterday. He talked about the fact that in the old times, the way society placed marriage and all that was one of the reasons why people stuck to it despite whatever they were passing through. But today, it seems there's even a pressure to leave by society, because if he's not doing this, leave. If she's not doing that, leave. And all those kind of things. And the fragility of relationships today is extremely manifest, to a point that people just begin to look at it that, oh, I don't need to be there for a long time because of what we are checking out. Or even this thing called spec. The way the social media, the societal pressure has even put it, is as if you must marry someone that is a knockout beauty or someone that is a knockout wealthy guy, an odogu, else you're out of it. So how do you think this whole thing has really shaped our relationship structure?
You know, minus the fact that we're talking about social media, I think off social media, the pressure is still there. So, you know, we're talking about social media, I know, but we can still talk about
societal pressure
as a whole. So now, how does it really affect even relationship? Number one, some people don't even know why they are getting into a relationship. Some are getting into a relationship because they are bored. Some are getting into a relationship because everybody has a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Some are getting, this may be funny, some are getting into a relationship because they are hungry. Some are getting some are getting into relationship because of the fleshly desires. I don't want to use the bad words. Some are getting into relationship because of the fleshly desires, and these are just so many reasons why so many people are getting into relationship. And then that's why you see so many people dating one, two, some are getting into relationship because of pride. I can back that guy, I can back this girl, that rich girl, I know her now, I've done this. You see some people, foolish people, that one, I know her now, that one, just give her more. You know all this kind of foolish.
Yeah, we started to have our guys talk somewhere.
Yes, all those type of course. That guy, I know her very well. I know this, not knowing that that's a human being that really just opened her heart to you.
Just date for bragging rights.
Exactly, just date for bragging rights. And some people, they are just living like, I need help. I know that's true. God can send someone to help you or something, but some people just go into relationship because of what they can get. And now, I used to give this, I learned this analogy from someone, and I used to give to someone. If you are in a room with someone and all the doors are shut, and there is a fire. What do you think you are going to do? There is a fire and there is an extinguisher. There is a fire, quite all right, and there's an extinguisher, but all the doors are shut, no escape. What are you doing? What are you going to try to do? You try to put off the fire, no matter what, because you know that there is nothing. Now, it's just few people that don't have this flight of right response. They'll just be like, I'm dead, just take me. But they will try to put up that fire. So people get into a relationship with all the windows open. Windows of bad friends, windows of society, windows of social media, like all the everything is open. As I'm going into this relationship, if I look to my left, there's a window. Also, if I look into there's another window, there's another door. I will not even try to put off the fire or anything. I will just leave.
No need for stress.
No need for stress. And now, let's get to the social media. You go online very well. You just see someone. I think they call it Gege University or something. And then I used to tell someone that I listened to something about that because I will never sit down and listen to him. I don't know why it even came to my timeline.
The algorithm will bring it, definitely.
It always brought it. But there was something he said that made sense when I saw it. And then when I was listening, I think 2 minutes into it, I started shouting, God forbid, Holy Ghost fire.
Just in 2 minutes.
I said,
and he started rejecting me.
Immediately, I started going back. So it's as if some people just give you this advice. Keep her on a level, but be ready to do anything to her that will show you, say, so people are listening to these advices.
Wickedness pro max.
Some people are listening to these advices. Yes, it's true. Do you know that as a man, it's not your duty. Now, this is just me. So many people have their own
ideologies and all that.
This is just me. But as a man, do you know that you can meet a lady with a bad attitude? It's not your duty, it's not your right. Only God can change a man. But you can sow a seed in that girl's life by words of advice and actions and love that can change her life totally. That can change her life totally. So many people are coming with so many baggages, and people don't want to necessarily just try to make sure that number one, so many people even get the idea why they even get into a relationship, right? Like I said before, you are bored, everything. So now when you get into a relationship, you're not seeing this person to be totally different. So many people have different traumas from childhood. I'm sorry to say this, but so many people that didn't grow up with both parents together for a long time, both parents, or people that grew up with both parents always fighting, it affects their mind. It does. People that grow up with abuse at home, it affects their mind. So many times it affects their mind. So they're actually looking for this connection. I do know that some of them, they are so conditioned not to know how to speak out to people. And now when they're in their phone, they will not start listening to advice from people.
Terrible advice.
What do you think those people are going to do? They don't have anybody they're talking to, but social media is there. Do you think they're not going to follow some advice
from the social media itself?
So that's exactly how some of these people, and even some people that grew up with parents. Now, we're talking about relationship, but you see some people say you don't owe your parents anything. What kind of foolish advice is that?
I see that all the time.
What kind of foolish? And some people believe that. Some people actually believe that. God, my dad is not a bad man, but you know that if tomorrow I am rich, even if my dad was not even there for me, if tomorrow I am rich, I am very, very successful, I can give that man something or set him up for something that people will see and see that indeed this is true love. Indeed, this is true love. Love that closes every problem. So now, you get to social media, you see, you are scrolling, your husband is working very, very hard. Some ladies, your boyfriend is working very, very hard, he's trying his best, he's struggling and everything. And then you go to social media and then you see one lady just post, sweetie, my boyfriend give me 2 million. Ladies, if he's not doing it for you, dump him. Dump that guy, he's nothing. Dump him. Look at my wig. Look at what my Odogu got me. Ladies, dump him.
That is the way.
Exactly.
That's on purpose.
And then you see some of these people, you start looking at your boyfriend like that. Someone that was your king. You start looking at him, and immediately everything is just going to change without even looking at it tomorrow. And women don't know that. That's the problem. See, Your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. A woman is the helpmate. You are supposed to love your husband the same way God loves the church. Now, you respect your husband. I don't know why I'm talking about marriage. I'm not married. You are supposed to, but still, in the dating scene, some people enter just for dating sake. They don't enter for marriage.
That's what we talked about yesterday.
And that's why they get surprised.
They don't enter for marriage. And that's why when you're dating as a man, let's say you start reaching an age, sit your lady down. Tell her your plans for her. If she's not ready, I don't know, some people are like that because some ladies don't actually know what they want, and it's because of some traumas and so many things that are about them. Give them some time. But if you see that this lady does not see a future with you, it's not every breakup that people will you fight. Some breakups should just be peaceful. Peaceful. You go your way, I go my way. These are my plans, these are everything. If you don't see it, or if you are not ready to even take this to a level, and I was like that too, but my mind has started changing and God has started blessing me. I was like, if you don't get money or if you've not reached a particular level, don't marry. Like, I was like that too. I'm telling you the truth. If you, let's say, if you're not a millionaire yet, you don't have those kind of money. If you don't have car or if you don't have house, don't marry. Yes. If you're not odogu, don't marry. And that's, do you know that some people are giving that advices online? A lot. A whole lot of them. And I told someone recently about this. I said, it's going to end in tears. Because I don't know why I haven't said it to the person, because I said, in fact, the first thing you said something, you said, if possible, if you're in your relationship, a time must come, you sit down, tell your partner your plans. I feel, why don't you tell the person from the beginning? Why I'm asking this is because I sat down with a girl recently, a young lady, and I told her, this is your relationship now. It has entered 2 years. When do you guys intend to marry? What's your plans towards marriage? She said, well, we are still looking at it too. Looking at what, ma? Like, looking at what exactly? And she was like, we've never talked about marriage. And I'm like, sis, and you called it a relationship. Do you know a ship has a direction? Exactly. Are you just at sea and just moving on sea and parabolating on the sea and not moving somewhere? And I asked her in the first instance, why did you enter a relationship in the first instance? You don't know these things. And she was like, everybody's dating now. I told you that in the beginning. So everybody's dating. You dated. I told you that in the beginning. Now, Joshua, see, we have, you see this thing, how it even shapes us. I know we're talking society as a whole and social media, but some people, their life, glory has been exchanged. Their vision has been paused. So many things. People please us. Like, instead of you to please God or please your vision, or do it, because you just see your girlfriend or see your boyfriend or see the person you're in a relationship with, and just be like, if I do this, this person may not actually support, or let me just do what the person wants. I used to advise people, a time is going to come when you start taking relationship serious. But now, like, see, a man, he respects a woman that has a vision. Very, very well. That has a vision. Even women too respect a man that see a vision. So forget about this on social media. There are so many women getting married today to men that don't even have money. Because they see a potential. They see this guy for who he is. They see a potential about. But some of them, you don't have wig, you don't have car, you don't have this. Just go. Like, do you know, before I used to judge them, so now stupid. You will see them in some shows. Hello, why did you pop your balloon? I be like, I don't like his wristwatch. I don't see. Joshua, if you see some of these shows, you guys are laughing. Sometimes I used to see people watch these shows and laugh. I watch this show with pity. And tears in my eyes sometimes. Pity. I will not cry because sometimes anger comes in. With pity, you see the way I'm not judging, but you see the way some of them dress, and you just be like, okay, let me just hear what she has to say. And what comes out from my mouth, I cannot be dating a man that does not give me this. And then, Joshua, do you know how bad it is? Even people less than 18, 15, 13 are doing all these things. Yahoo is on the rise. How do you want to get guy if you want to get woman, get money? And then you see how on earth is I don't want to even talk about it, but you see this, the way the algorithm, the way the bad is being pushed into so many people's faces. Because that's what we all want. And people get them. And then if you are not vision aligned, if you are not value aligned, you are like an open space, a dustbin. They can put trash inside your head, put my guitar, put this one trash, and you just be listening to so many things. And now it affects the minds of so many people. So many people. Some people, ask them, why do you want to buy this iPhone? They don't know. They have the money to buy, to do some things. Even I used to tell people, invest. But society will just be like, and it is like a condition. I've forgotten the word now. people look at you, at your worth. If you're holding an iPhone, or if you're holding something very expensive, they don't even care no matter what, whether you kill someone for it, you saved your you sold your kidney for it. They just place you at a particular level. And then you now, that pride not sets in. And then when you go online too, you see all these things just flashing in people. They are very, very flashy. If you don't have a relationship with God there, all these things will move you. It will definitely move you. Or if you're not, like science now, if you're not value aligned, have a goal for yourself, have a plan for yourself, all these things will move you. So now you will start seeing your girlfriend who is a very, very good person. And now, beauty fades, we know that, but there's something about our flesh here. If you see a very beautiful girl today, and you are head over heels over her, tomorrow, if you are not value aligned, you will see someone more beautiful than that person.
A lot.
You will see someone more beautiful. You will still see someone more beautiful. So it's as if your eyes are just going after beauty.
Your eyes are popping
everywhere. Your tongue is just opening, and the ladies too. It's just the money.
That's why body counts are high.
And it's just the money now. And now, minus the fact that it used to be the other way around. Like a lady goes after a rich guy, and a rich guy goes after a beautiful. Now the tables are twisting. Men are going after rich ladies. And rich ladies are going after ladies, working class ladies.
Many guys don't have jobs anymore. So.
Yes, they don't. So they just want to do so, and that's why I see. This is not the time to even talk about that. But that's why I see so many of these single ladies, rich ladies. They are so work aligned that they cannot even necessarily keep a good boyfriend or even to keep a good husband. Society is part of the problem. They've seen so many broken relationships that the man will just come for the girl after her money. He will take everything. They will hear so many news that I sent him to abroad, he went to marry another woman. This creates a demonic pattern inside the minds of that woman. No matter what, if she gives birth to any child, that's exactly the same conditioning
she's going to pass
down to that child. So another child will see the world the same way. Societal pressure, the same thing.
Literally, we've been talking about the social media and its vices and its effects on individuals generally and even relationships. So are we trying to say that social media on its own has more of a negative impact than positive?
It depends on
how can it actually work in a relationship? These days we see a situation where a boyfriend and a girlfriend are in the same space, but they are glued to their phones.
Exactly.
Well, they don't have time anymore for this intimate
relation. Even friends don't have that.
Even friends. So let's even talk about friends.
Even families.
Friends. They're seated in the same place. Okay, I was in a situation one day, and I had like 6 to 8 of my friends were just seated in a space all together. We came just gathered to want to chill with ourselves, but 1 minute I just discovered I was the only person looking round, and everybody was pressing their phone. And I'm like, what's going on here? So how do you
number one, to answer your first question, it depends on who you are.
Okay.
If you are what you are looking for, it's called the red card theory. What you are looking for, that's exactly what you will find. Where your mind is focused on, that's exactly what you will find. Today, if I tell you, Joshua, I keep saying this and it works all the time. How many red cards did you see today? You can't count.
Can't count it.
But if I'm to give you 2 million by next month and I tell you, count all the red cards you see from today, by that next month, you will tell me the amount of red cards that you see. That is it. If you have a value, if you have a goal or something or what you are looking for, the algorithm will change. You will see yourself searching for some of these things that is going to help you, whether health, whether business, whether whatsoever. Now, for the bad, that's why you said you come into this life. It's just like a ticket. The arrival and the departure flights. You came when you opened your eyes, when you were crying. You didn't call for that. They brought you to earth. You've opened your eyes. Now, departure, we don't control it. Those two, we don't control. Arrival and departure. Death is the final enemy. Apostle Paul said that. Arrival and departure. But now, between arrival and departure, what you use your time for, that is exactly what you are going to see. So it's not as if the bad is actually more. Indeed, it's true. The bad actually pushes themselves out more. But if you are, when they come to you, wherever you are, if you are, like there was a time that on X or something, there was just an advert that just pushed. Like I just saw something flash inside my face. It was just as if they wanted to attack. You know what I'm talking about. Immediately, I told Twitter that I don't want to ever see this thing again. I block that advert, and TikTok, Twitter, all these people, they respect your privacy. Yeah. Now, sometimes there might be privacy breaches.
Yeah, there are breaches.
Now, sometimes there are privacy breaches. TikTok has been sued in so many places because they sell your data, your personal. That's why sometimes you just say, I'm having a headache on Google. Immediately, you just start seeing adverts. Buy paracetamol, buy this drug, buy this drug. You start seeing adverts. You'll be talking something,
I even have conversations with friends and I see the
immediately. Now, we know, hey Google, hey Alexa, they're always listening. They take all these things into consideration. They are always listening. That's why sometimes you'll be pressing your phone, you've just searched for eyeglass, or you're just thinking about eyeglass, or you are chatting to someone about eyeglass. I want to buy eyeglass. That sentence has been flagged. It has been flagged automatically. It has been used for this. That's why sometimes so many people, you will sit down, you are scrolling to something. They will say, read agreement. You just scroll, okay. Scroll, okay. You cannot sue them. Some of these things are there. They use it for advertisement. But they respect your preferences. If you say, no, I don't want to see this thing, you are not going to see it. So it depends on what you are looking for. That's exactly what you will find. And now for the scenario about you and your friends that you mentioned about, you see this physical connectivity. It has been so much devalued to this social media connectivity. So much. It's very difficult to talk to someone that is definitely inside your space 24/7. That's why they say when you get married, your true character is actually going to come out. Because if you're the kind of person I am seeing people every day, you don't like talking to people. When you're married, someone is always inside your face. You will always feel as if inconvenience. I get the way this guy they do, but you love that person though. You just leave. So it's just as if this person is just really, but you're online, you are in your bedroom, and just chatting with more than 5, 10, 3 people. Likes is part of the problem. You see some of these people, they want to do anything for likes.
They will kill for likes.
They want to do anything for likes.
Someone slept in the coffin for a day.
Yes, I saw it too. Just for likes. Do you know the kind of trauma that is actually going to even affect that guy? You know, when that guy gets to tight places, you might think that he's used to it, but that thing will keep on affecting him. It was not okay inside there. So many people are doing so many things for likes. We've seen influences. Now there are some people now, I don't know, they will get money or they will get so many things in different some of them are legit though, but some of them they will get their money from so many things, and then they will go and show video where they are doing this, where they are doing that, and so many people just be like, I won't get this money, or do you know, devil knows you want to do good. The devil knows that you want to take care of people. The devil knows that you want to give to orphanage. No matter how, and then the devil can give you a loophole. Go and do yahoo, do evil, get the money so that you can give to these people. Some people will go and do.
So they will tell you that the end justifies the means.
Exactly.
That's how society plays that card. I want to make mommy happy. I want to make daddy happy.
I saw a video. The guy was spraying his father money, like was slapping his father. My papa will slap you.
I can't even take some money home till today. My
brother, Joshua, do you know how difficult it is? My brother was not working. He was in school. You know, when you're in school, your parents send you money and sometimes he was not working. He sent my mom 10,000 naira. Joshua, it was counseling that day. He said reporting to me. He said, guy, I get money, I send mommy. See the kind of question over they ask me where I see money, who give me money. This I said, tell her the truth.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. That's where if you have accountability on some things, definitely your children are going to be living good.
So let me just quickly answer Angela's question, because I know we're out of time. So this connectivity is very, very difficult. You see so many people.
But it's essential in a relationship.
Yes, it's very essential. But now try talking to these people. You will see these withdrawal symptoms. They are so hooked to it. It's just as if you need
taking a drug
like a proper counseling. Stop doing this thing. Do you know how many people I've told that I've seen that are so used to it, but they can't stop? Something just always pushes them back
to touch the phone.
Even in church, something just always pushes them. Do you know that sometimes if I'm in Twitter, I deliberately put an app that will block my Twitter 20 minutes every day. I was talking to someone. I was talking to her for more than 15 minutes. I started taking my time so serious. I was talking to the person. I was not like, I've given this person 15 minutes of my day. Hope this is a good thing. I said, oh, this is a good cause. I was value aligned. Sometimes if the app will block Twitter, it will block TikTok. 10 o'clock every night, whatever I'm doing, except it's very serious, my phone will shut down. nothing is going to work again. Except some apps that are very,
which is
very
a
important.
message to tell you go and sleep.
It's go and sleep. And now there's something we call circadian reading. Time will not allow us.
Now, let me just barely about 2 minutes.
Let me just round up with this. What I've just tried to say that as a human being, be value aligned. Be value aligned. Don't allow society to pressure you. Now, it's easier said than done. Don't allow society to pressure you. How? Number one, be very, very. Everybody has a spirit. The spirit of God is inside everybody. You will know that some things are not wrong. You will know when you're procrastinating. You will know when you want to sin.
Your conscience tells you those things.
No matter some, there's something I learned about the Holy Spirit, and since then, you know that when you are committing murder, when you are killing so many people, when you are doing so many things, when you are doing anything that is not of God, the Holy Spirit is still there. The Bible says that we grieve the Holy Spirit. No matter what you do, it is still there. That's why you see sometimes when they give their life to Christ, they start crying. The Holy Spirit has now said, finally, I have taken over this body. You might still go back, but you get this prompting. So, for the people, because there are so many people that don't actually believe in the spiritual aspect, or for the physical aspect, have a plan, have a goal. Look at your strengths. So many people ask this question, 10 ways to get rich fast. What are the 10 tech courses to do that will make me a millionaire in 10 years? That's not how it's supposed to be. Find value, find everything, find your character, know who you really are, then push your strength. Everybody has a strength. Some are called onto carpentry, some are called onto painting, some are called onto tiling.
The gift of uniqueness.
The gift of uniqueness. So there are so many people that are multidimensional. You can do so many things at the same time, but they still have one strength. Sorry, I'm actually talking fast. But to just wash everything down, you have a strength, you have a goal, you have a plan for yourself. Solitude is a good thing, boredom is a good thing. I started becoming bored. I was not a reader. I was never a reader. I don't like reading. But I started like loving reading. So that every day, just for 3 days now, and I know what to do. You cannot just be so fixated on one thing alone. I learn tech, I read. So as a human being too, you have to know that, have a plan, because social media will always push you as a garbage to your head. It always pushes. Now there's something we call that I've said, this blue screen blocking your brain. So many people are so fixated that no matter what, I will keep on scrolling, I will keep on watching this movie. And this entertainment is actually going to degenerate so many things in your mental faculty. And then as a human being, number one, you really have to know God. You really have to, because God will actually push you to the purpose in which He is calling you for. But so many people that don't know that, okay, you cannot do this forever. You know you cannot watch this TikTok for 50 years, Abby. You cannot do it forever. So have a plan, have a goal, and God will help you.
Have a plan, have a goal, and God helps.
God will help you. Well, that's a very nice
way to end it.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you for having me.
It was quite an interesting discourse as always.
Very interesting.
Very inciting as well. I hope we've been able to learn one or two things on how we can actually balance our lifestyle with social media pressure and relationship. However, Daybreak is not over yet. As usual, today being Friday, we have top 10 and sports waiting for you. So go enjoy that, and we'll be right back to say our goodbyes. Welcome back, and thank you for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed top 10 and sports. Well, today is Friday and we're wrapping up Daybreak for the week.
Yeah, for the week.
And I think today's topic actually wrapped up well.
Yeah, I think it wrapped up well. I think Dede was very specific on certain dimensions.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he touched
broke it down. And
especially when he talked about the balloon issue and all that.
let's not go to that one.
Because I remember there was one that I felt like, because honestly, I don't know how there was one that claimed she was a dominatrix. I'm like, dominatrix? And she was like, okay, what do you fantasize about? You know, there's this new vibe of, I want someone to choke you, put you in chains, you know, dominate. And
let's not go there.
I'm like, you have been free.
I don't know how people want to be changed. You don't like freedom. You want to be changed. You want to feel that love.
And you talk a lot about pressure, facts. You know, the way it is, even on teenagers especially.
Exactly.
You know, you see a 15-year-old that wants to buy GLE, like, bro.
Where are you coming from?
At 15, I was playing PlayStation.
I was still trying to,
at 15,
figure out where I am.
I was learning how to cook spaghetti in another dimension. You know, food was some of the joys. Like, you don't like spaghetti, you don't like amala, you don't like just things like that. Like,
enjoying we're having a proper childhood. I'm not sure children of these days actually have what they call.
I was really tired recently on the street, and my daughter was like, Daddy, like, she found it exciting. Exactly. Like, I took the phone from her, and she joined me with Taya. I was like, ever since then she's been playing with Taya. But some people are like, Taya is a small boy. Okay. You have to play this game. I'm like, play Rish. There is fun in those
Come
things.
and play
squid,
tinko,
all these things. At 15, we are still doing
that.
We are still doing that after now. Original part.
All those things. That's the joy of it.
There's no other way to calculate.
See,
that way that to move the
and playing with all these skipping ropes and all. See, there's this thing about being present at the moment. It can never be replaced. Like I cited during the discussion, I found myself, all my friends were pressing phone. I'm like, hello.
We all came to...
I don't understand. We are sitting down here. We're supposed to, converse.
And when we are far from each other, we chat together. Now we are here.
We are here. Drop the phone. What's going on? That day didn't end well, actually, because I had to I felt like I was wasting my time.
I wasn't having fun.
Why am I here? If there's no need to be here, then we can just talk on phone and then everything will be okay.
And one of the things many of us don't realize is time flies. Time flies
and you can never get it back.
I was in Lagos some weeks back and I lost a friend in the actual sense. A friend, we both played ball together and all that. So all my friends gathered together, everyone. Some I've not seen in 7, 8 years. And we're all together. We went to his house, and the minute we entered, do you know the good part of it? Most of us were not on our phones. Everybody's phone was dropped.
Yeah.
And we just began to relive memories. Maybe your papa.
Exactly.
That fun. We went to the bar together. We sat down. The only person that was holding his phone was just one person who was just trying to take the moment.
Exactly.
And I said something. I said, we can't get this moment again.
You can't.
We can't. This is just the best thing.
And that's the way it plays also in a relationship. I think that thing going on right now where partners are pressing phones, being distracted, it creates this space for division, if you ask me. You detach.
Once you detach, you're not knowing the person.
So many things would even be going on and you will not observe. We talked about observation yesterday, paying attention and then getting details. To know your partner. At that point, you are so engrossed in whatever it is that you are doing. To the extent that your partner might be, exhibiting certain characters. And you're not seeing it.
And the red flag is being like this to you.
Until you now enter, then in next 2 months after marriage, we are hearing...
Men has come.
Or they are divorced. Well, today's topic has been very enlightening. I hope you've been able to pick one or two points out of it. And this is where we'll be wrapping up Daybreak Africa for this week. Thank you once again for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you again on Monday. Have a blessed day. I remain Angela Daku.
And yes, my name still remains Ikhonede. Bye, guys.
Bye.